Okay, we should be live. Yeah, there we go. How's it going? We've got some stuff to do today. Let's start with looking at some experiments. I'm on quite late today. Goal's to do 3-ish hours, maybe. 3-ish hour stream. And we're going to do some work on the MOBA, maybe some work on some other M's. Got a bunch of stuff. Hey, Linky. How's it going? Okay, no new runs on Saturday, it says. Let's see what we have going on here. Screwed up my hand a little bit. We should have 2 sweeps. Number 1, number 2. Space Invaders here is getting better. We're gonna see how long it takes. Maybe it should be able to figure something better out eventually. So we'll run for a while. And look at that, perfect timing. We have a nice 2.1k elo set of parameters. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to look at these, set these as defaults, train this model, and hopefully that will give us a nice new policy to play with. We'll do some other stuff on the environment today, a few other things. Will be good. Mainly, though, this will be a few hours just to get a little bit of dev in. And then the main thing I'll be working on this weekend is finally finishing that video. That will just free up a lot of mental bandwidth. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this weekend either. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I got the final camera footage for that I'm going to have to get. I'm waiting until Sunday. I bought some lighting set up and I'm going to hopefully be able to film that in here. We'll see. But yeah, it's like a pretty extensive. I mean, it's like a 20-minute script to have to do to go through pretty well. Oh look, there are all of our stats. This is good. Hatch. Okay, these are our policies here. We actually might want to train this locally because we're not going to really need to mess up this sweep. Yeah, we'll train this locally for now. That'll be better. Hey, Bet. Welcome. Gotta start Docker. Cool. we are setting hyperparameters to these ones, which apparently are good. I'm a little bit concerned how low the death reward, how like small the death penalty is. I guess it wasn't huge to begin with. But, I mean, I guess I could buy it. What's the XP reward? Very low. Tower reward is high. And then distance reward is 0.0 because that's what we set this to be. We wanted it to not be constrained by having to rush, basically. And let's see the other params. Batch size is the same. BPT horizon of 16 is good. Checkpoint interval 50. Clip coefficient. Where's this? It goes from 0. That's a very low clip coefficient. Entropy. Very low entropy. Yeah, very low entropy. Reasonable lambda. Very reasonable lambda. Slightly low. Whoops, did I just do that backwards? Yes, I did. Slightly low gamma, but higher than before. Is probably trending in the correct direction. Learning rate goes substantially lower. Probably a good thing. And then max grad norm also gets lowered. Mini batch size stays the same. Okay, the value function coefficients are actually like kind of reasonable, which is nice to see. But that's the clip coefficient. So the clip is very low. And then the value function coefficient is kind of reasonable here. And that's it. And how long did this train for? 232. We're actually going to use the exact number just because stability. Okay. MOBA mode train vec multi-processing track. Baseline. I probably should do this just in case. Yeah, it's fine. Then go in here. And there we go. So, whoops, I guess this we have to leave this up in the background. I'll just move this. I will just move this onto, whoops, the other screen. Working on, hold on, let me pull the chat so I can see it. Working on making spaces default policy faster for non-emulated. Testing shows very slightly lost some SP. Yeah, well, you have checks in the forward pass, basically. 1K. I don't know if it's 1K of how many, if it's even statistically significant. But yeah, generally you want to avoid doing stuff in the forward pass. That's like every conditional. Every loop. I'm trying to think what I want to even do today. Because I the main thing I had in my head was getting the video stuff done, and I made some decent progress on it. There's a lot of stuff we can do. I'm trying to think if it's time to start thinking about data structures in the MOBA, or if there's things that initially I still need to do on this. It is less? Okay. So, start a stream, I guess. Yeah, see you in a few hours, but I guess I'm going to, at the start here, I may as well talk through some of my thoughts on the environment stuff with Puffer. So, there are a few issues at the moment, right? There's kind of a lot of boilerplate for each environment just because of matching the Puffer API. The clients are really fast to write in Puffer. I mean in Python, but they're not super performant. We also have the sims themselves, like the grid system or whatever, is kind of reused everywhere, and there are a bunch of bugs that come up from interacting with the grid system and like leaving ghosts on the field or whatever. So I think that there's probably a reasonably easy way to make, I don't want to say like a full engine, because I actually really like stuff, like all this stuff working just from scratch. But maybe like the grid itself can be a component or something. Yeah, there's like there are a few like structural things I think that could be made easier across these various different environments. The other thing is it does annoy me not having these things be like runnable on web, and not having like the debug tools, right? Not having like a basic debugger that plays nicely. The Python one looks okay, but it's not really what I want. At the same time, I'm like, do I really want to just start porting all these different sims to C? Is that the way to go? Let's think about this. What's left in the MOBA that I haven't implemented feature-wise? That I actually want to implement? Like, maybe we want to add some sort of vision control. Maybe. We have the abilities. They're easy to balance. I mean, really at this point, it just needs to look a little nicer. We need to see what strategies can be learned on it and clean it up a bit. Like, we can potentially add vision later, but pretty much we have all the core stuff I wanted with this. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit crunchier systems work today. I think it's not a bad time, honestly, for us to just like, because I mean, logistically, I'm only gonna have like 3 or so hours today to play with some stuff. I might be starting more Sims next week. I have existing Sims outside of this MOBA that like also need to be finalized and polished up. And the main things that bother me are just a little bit of jank around like general API and stuff, and a bit of stuff about the data structures, I'd say. Yeah. I'm trying to think if this is the highest priority thing with Puffer at the moment. And I think that outside of the video, it kind of is. Like, making these environments really good, really stable, really performant, and really easy to use and run is kind of the most important thing. The only thing that really gives me a pause at all is the fact that I've basically told viewers, like, yeah, go ahead and just implement stuff in Python. And that is correct. Like, there is no performance reason to not just do stuff in Python. And for most devs, it's going to be easier. And I think even for me, it'll be easier. Maybe what I should do at the moment, you know what would be cool? Why don't we go to the snake env for a bit, which is the C snake env, and see if I can figure out ways to, like, fix the little pieces that bother me with how I had to implement that, like the things that I had to do in C that I would have had easier in Python, as well as like the bindings to Python. Let me see if I can like make that project really clean and simple. Because if I can make that, if I can get that project to the point where I'm satisfied that it's like as minimal as it can be, then I think from there it would be quite easy to move more stuff to C. And the other nice thing is you can technically even do it incrementally, because yeah, you can technically even do things incrementally because Python can import C files, right? So I can just start like putting utilities and stuff into C and like making sure with the MOBA stuff is good. I can probably incrementally port. Probably wouldn't be that hard. Okay, well, I mean, I think that people generally like the low-level stuff, and I mean, not as much as me screwing around with graphics, right? But unless we have folks like actively looking at the graphics with me and helping on stuff, I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time looking at these for now. The one thing though, before I do that is, it would be really nice to get GPU drive stuff working, but I kind of have other experiments going at the moment, and we're sort of hardware capped. So I might leave that for a few more days. Yeah. I want to do this for now because this kind of affects my plans for how I'm going to do stuff in the future. And the video is going to be taking basically all my other mental bandwidth over the weekend. I'm hoping I actually can record at least a few of the final clips for that over the weekend, but I'm not confident I'll be able to do that. I only get the camera equipment on Sunday. I don't know what time. So basically before then, I'm going to be going through the script, refining it, practicing it, and doing other basic video editing things. Okay. Let's start on a few cool things. And we have the MOBA and training in the background while we're looking at this. But yeah, let's start on a few things. So I want two windows here. We'll do like this today. Some gaps. Cool. Okay. I'm trying to think how I want to change the initial bindings. I think what I want to do is snake.py, csnake.py, and then Let's see if what happens here. Sea snake has no. Let's do like this. Okay, so here is the snake end running in Raylib. It's very nice. Now we are going to want to make these M's in C. So now we need to figure out C extensions. Pi object. No, I hate this. Set string. I hate all this stuff. I really do not want to have to put pi bullshit into C. So that's a no. Definitely don't want to do this. C types wrapper. This maybe. What do we think about this versus... I think I should start with what I know and then see how simple it is. So the thing I know how to do at the moment is... I know how to do this from Python, right? Why is my desktop complaining? Oh, it's complaining because I'm training a model. That's fine. Let me make sure... We don't have the best cooling setup at the moment. Let me just make sure we have temperatures that are not about to shut me off due to thermals. Oh, that's not good at all. Hold on. Fuck. What do I do about that? I guess I can't be training models locally until I get better cooling. That's awkward. How long until this one is done? 13 minutes. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill that. This will go back down to something sane again. I'm just going to run it over the other process on the desktop. And I have to commit this, don't I? Yeah, the problem is there are no case fans at the moment, and it's like a mini ITX, so it has a small cooler. Here, let me... For fuck's sake. Okay, these are the right settings. Whatever. See if this runs. Oh. Well. I guess I can't run this policy for a while. That's okay. We'll do something else anyways. We'll just do something else. Let's just do the snake stuff. This will be important anyways, and this will get potentially change the MOBA. I'm not dealing with this right now. Okay. So really what I want here is like this thing, maybe. Hmm. So we're gonna do import this. This is gonna take us a little bit to figure out how to do properly. So we include snake.h. C snake. And then we'll do okay, so all this stuff here. You have all these various different variables. And then you do C snake star snake env. And then you do, yeah, this, right? So you basically just write this giant wrapper thing. Do you need to store any of these variables? Or can I just do like this? Char grid. Can I just tab like this? And then can I just do this? These Twitch bots are really obnoxious. Okay, so now you have the environment. And then we want to do step, right? Snake. Yeah, I'm messing with some C code. Welcome. I can look at some of the art stuff too as well now if you'd like. I'm just looking at some low-level stuff, trying to figure out some, like, because, like, now we have people talking about tower defenses, we got people talking about, you know, PvP sims, we've got potentially artwork for stuff, we've got this, I've got other people talking to me about different environments, so I'm trying to figure out some of the lower level stuff as to, like, how I'm going to make it easier for everybody to organize and contribute all these environments without having, like, tons and tons and tons of repeated buggy code. Busy, but yeah, you know. I look at art. I pull Discord up. Let me look at this frame that you sent me. Can I... So this is... like some of these background elements. You have this outlined. Okay. I was actually thinking about the assets, and it would make sense. I think that there might be, these actually might fit the MOBA, and I could use the puffers as minions, and then I could use your sprites as, like, the heroes, since they're, like, visually distinct and such. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Do you think they're in a spot where it would be a good idea for me to import them and play around with them at the moment? Or, yeah, what do you think we should do with that? If you want to see what they look like in the main game, I'd be down to do that. If not, I can just work on the C for a bit. These background elements are cool as well. Plan on giving you full animation sets? Awesome. I could do it with the statics at the moment because it'll like it would be some work to load in the animation sets in the first place because I have to do like Raylib doesn't give you an animation system. I have to do it manually frame by frame. Idle, a cast, attack, death, hurt. I think that if you want to like just get something to start with, the two most important ones, I honestly the most important one is just the move animation. Like I guess idle and move, right? How do you do your animation sets as well? Do you do sprite sheets or what do you do? And also what's the source res of these? That's those are two important things to know. I wouldn't mind doing this real quick since you have cool art for me. I wouldn't mind real quick just taking a look and seeing if I can import these. Scaled 32, 32. 48, 48 canvas for anime. Okay. That matches the current resolution for sure. It's going to be tiny on a 4K. You'd have to like exact upscale to maintain the pixel, like the pixel art style. 12 frames or under, perfect. I think it's substantially less than 12, isn't it? Like, how many are these? They're nice. 2x or 4x when doing, yeah, that's fine. I know it's like a total pain to do it at higher res, and then it's like hard to like get pixel art consistent with higher res. The only thing I was initially worried about is like the fact that we've got this kind of smooth, like shadered feel for the MOBA, and I don't know how the pixel art conflicts maybe with that, but we'll load these in and let's see. Do you have these on a sheet at the moment that I can? Do you have these on like a transparent sheet, 3232, or what should I do to load these in? I showed you the sheet that I had before, right? If you just have these in like any reasonable format, I can slot them in real quick. Imagine my 300 by 300 plus tarot cards. Single sheet. I mean, I'll show you what I was gonna do with them. Um. Oh, I guess I have to change the sprite sheet, don't I? Yeah, I have to change the sprite sheet anyways. I'm gonna have to like exact upscale them. Photos, get rid of this. Because I think the source sheets for the MMO are... Let me double check. I'm pretty sure the source sheet is 128, 128, and then it gets downscaled. So these are like the assets I have at the moment. I could just put them in here, right? Yeah, I have it on one sheet. I can show you the way I've done animations in the past for stuff, but like I think you'll know it's pretty standard, right? Like with animations, I just do them in a row. So you basically just like increment the position in the sprite sheet by whatever the frame size is. Man, in some way doing like pixel animation is gets to be harder than doing like 3D animation because you can't like reuse stuff. And Sprite should have the option. Well, I mean the render engine that I have is custom. It's not hard for me to figure stuff out though. Get you an artist who can do both. Heck yeah. Just do this. Right. Oh, did you send him to me a long time ago? Oh, you sent me... Wow, you actually... Holy hell, I didn't realize you did this many keyframes. Shit, that must have taken a while. Thank you. Oh, what? You did something with the stars as well? Wait. This is sweet. Holy. 2 major keys. Oh, I see. I've made animation systems before. I want more of these stupid things in C because I don't know what it is with Python. It's like the code ends up just being so hard to reuse compared to C. But I should at some point. I will make like a render thing that has like a little animation system. So I should be able to support like variable timing or whatever per frame, maybe. But yeah, this is great for now. This format's amazing for now. Man, I had like the assets I had to work with before. It was like I bought a bunch of these assets and I had to do all this work collating sprite sheets. It was like thousands of like procedural stuff things for the sprite sheets. And then like I got to it and you had to like overlay them in specific orders that were not consistent. And then like specific frames had different timings in milliseconds. Yeah, it was rough. This is nice and easy. Engine dev crazy. It's not hard. It's really not hard. And I've been looking for reasons to write more C. Frankly. Under global. Don't fuck with variable timing. Repeat the cell. Yeah. Careful with the 100 milliseconds because it's currently... There are 5... And I could change this technically, but there are currently... The environment runs at an internal rate of 5 ticks per second. So if you're going to run 60 frames per second, that means you have... Well, I mean, I guess it's the standard, like, whatever, 1/60, right? But, like, 100 millisecond intervals may or may not be available, basically. I think if you wanted to do, like, the really rough, crunchy animations, and, like, you wanted to have 1 frame per game tick, then it would be 0.2, like, it would be 200 milliseconds. But then if you wanted to do, like, proper animations, it would be, you know, 12 keyframes, and then the whole thing is 0.2 seconds. But that's going to be really, really slow. I mean, that's going to be really, really fast for some of these. So we'll have to figure some stuff out. But regardless, you would use raw C? Yeah. I like C. I mean, I've been doing Python for a lot of this, And I've been wanting to port more of it into C so I can use it on the web. Plus, it's kind of fun. I get a few nice things. I haven't written C in like 10 years until this like little snake project I did. This is C right here. Yeah, it's nice. If you want to play with it, it's on the web. Like, this is the reason I do it. You can just go to Puffer AI. And there you go. Here's Snake in your browser played against RL agents. You can just play this yellow snake. Renderer snake. Okay, this works. Then close. There we go. So I'm sure that I'll have to fix this, but like, as far as a binding file goes, I could still use Python for it. This would be substantially less painful than the corresponding PyBind. It's still kind of gross. I don't really like it that much, but... Let me see what the render args are. Width, height, colors, and tile size. 80, 45, 16. Great. I have to fix merge bullshit. Fuck. I know. I have been looking to just write way more C. I think I'm going to enjoy that. Well, I may or may not. It's kind of conditional on me being able to figure out. There are a couple small things I haven't been able to figure out how to do in C yet, like cleanly. Pretty much the only thing I haven't been able to figure out how to do cleanly is manipulating multi-dimensional arrays. If I can figure out how to do that, then like, yeah, C is just as easy as anything else. And like, very nice. Where's this thing? Oh, geez. Is this... Welcome, YouTube folks. We're on late today because I have to work on... There's a video I'm working on for the channel. Takes some time. So I put in some hours on that first. But we're here. We're doing some cool low-level stuff. I am currently very confused with it, but we'll figure it out. And I'm hoping we can build something pretty cool. I'm essentially using the snake game that I wrote, which is way simpler, as an opportunity to figure out if there are some infrastructure improvements I can make to the MOBA. I was literally looking up DLL C++ this morning. Yeah, this is why I hate C++. There's too much bullshit. I do not use C++ if I can at all avoid it, like ever. Hooking it into my simulation. Yeah, you can make stuff run nice and fast for sure. I mean, have you seen the source code for the Snake game? Have you seen the source code for this? This is pretty nice for Sims. Also, what Sims are you working on? I'm curious to know. And I'll link it to you. The main thing with Puffer is Sims. Environments. So there are multiple different versions of the game in here, but if you want the one that is raw C, is not that bad. It's right here. There's also a Python version that's almost the same. Do you have to do this from... I built the sim in C# and the DLL in C++. Yeah? I mean, any, like, compiled language without... I forget if C# has... C# does have garbage collection, right? But, basically any, like, compiled language without extra bullshit should be able to be made fast for Sims. cdef extern from... Okay, this is the annoying thing. But this is annoying because it's already typed. Generalized multi-purpose simulator has 2 cylinders. One rolls a die on every core for X many times. Spin a slot machine. Okay. I see. Interesting. Cool. Fun to see people working on various sims. Presumably this is for work stuff. Do I have to add like this extra fucking header? We have some simulations at work, but this is different. The ones at work are very specific. I see. Well, one of the main things I'm going to be doing with Puffer on the business side is making it easier for companies to do high perf simulators and simulations in a way that they can be used incredibly efficiently with reinforcement learning. That's the main jam here. I see. So this needs to be compiled separately. Separately? No, I don't want to compile it as part of the Python module. I have to compile separately. Haven't done it in Linux. Same thing, right? Stuck in Windows game dev world. Some of the Windows platform specific stuff is a pain. Oh, haven't compiled. Yeah. The linking stuff is a pain. I'm trying to figure this out. I haven't, like, this is not a space I work in very frequently. The reason I'm, like, looking at making, putting all the sims into C is because it makes them easy to run on the web. And, like, the Python code that I'm writing is essentially one-to-one with what the C would be. I'm not using any fancy features other than I have one feature I like that's for makes it easy to work with multi-dimensional arrays. But other than that, it's pretty much just the same as the C would be. So I'm looking at this as a porting option. Like I did a trial, right, with the snake sim, and this works really well. So I'm looking at porting more complex stuff, potentially. Hmm. Well, hold on. I can actually make it compiled as part of the Python for now, at least. That removes the problem of having to do DLL. Let's just for now. Hello, welcome. Do I have to include the whole signature here? Really? I hope I don't actually have to do this. Because this is gross. This is like a gross amount of just header stuff. renderer. Okay. Let me put this down here. Cannot. What is wrong with all this stuff? Let's see. So call with wrong number of arguments. I'm assuming this is just the what is this? Did it hallucinate this, or is this a real param? This looks hallucinated. No line numbers. There's a line number down here. This is like NeoVim with a grand total of 2 plugins. It's pretty basic. How do you navigate? Well, you just roughly guess, right? Like, I can do... Jump me to line 100. I guess there's no line 100. Go to 50, right? And then I scroll around with the keyboard. I didn't feel like the like 5, 6 characters of extra space on the left column was worth it for the line numbers. I actually hate that there's even a scroll bar here. Didn't recognize your game. Simulating snake and using ML to create the most advanced snake possible. Yeah, the models, the ones that I have online, by the way, these are like not good models. So these snakes that you're gonna, like these guys, these are RL agents that run in your browser, but these are substantially nerfed because I didn't want to implement all of the layers that I would normally use in C just yet. So these are just MLPs. The real models that we train are convnets with LSTMs, which are way, way better. But you know, this is good enough to play around with in your browser for now. This will run on a phone as well. It's really fast. Runs all the neural nets single thread. Which is fun. So this should work, right? Compiler disagrees. One argument off. What is the actual... What's the actual init function? Okay, grid, snake, observations, lens, pointer, lifetimes, color, actions, rewards. Oh, there is a num snakes. Wait, how did this happen? Num snakes, width, height, max snake length. Food, vision, corpse, reward. Okay. And then is this signature like different in Python or something? Or in the Python file? Come on. So it passes... Doesn't pass width and height. Oh, I guess you're supposed to get it from the grid shape. That's moderately annoying. Grid snake, snake pointer, lifetimes, actions, rewards. Int num snakes with height. I think this is it, right? We're gonna have to figure out something with these headers. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of boilerplate. And I hate boilerplate. 60. Wrong number of arguments. Expected 19, got 17. Really? Okay. What did I forget? Welcome, YouTube folks. Looks like stream is warmed up nicely. So, actually, where did... South, are you still here? I was gonna add the artwork to the MOBA, but I don't have the sprite sheet. I don't need the full animation sheet. I just need, like, the individual frame ones to see how it looks. Heyo, yeah. I thought you were gonna send me just, like, this on, like, whatever, like, this is, on, like, transparent or whatever. Technically, I could probably get it from this. Like, should I just, like... I don't know if you've changed them. Should I, like, just download this and then, like, try to center them? Or do you have them on, like, a sprite sheet type thing I could use? If you send them, I'll do it live. I've just been, like, messing around with this in the meantime. Let me get you those. Thanks. So for viewers in the meantime, what I'm doing at the moment, there's, like, a whole bunch of boilerplate and glue and stuff at the moment that's required for every single environment in Pufferlib. I mean, at least all the, like, the low-level ones that are written in Python or C or whatever. And what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm taking the C version of the snake environment that I wrote, and I'm writing the glue for that, and then I'm going to see if I can reduce the amount of glue required to the point that, like, I'm essentially happy with this for Pufferlib overall. And I'm going to see whether this would make it less painful to maybe not committing to this, but maybe port the MOBA to raw C. We'll see. The Puffer sprite sheet, it's yes, the individual figures are 128 by 128 in the Puffer sprite sheet, and then I downscale them, which probably isn't a great idea because I don't know what interpolation is being used. But I guess I can always just, like, generate smaller sprite sheets from a 128 one. Grid snake obs. Snake lengths. What is snake lifetimes? Snake lifetimes. Wait, snake pointer. Snake lifetimes. Colors, actions. Rewards. Snakes with height. Snake length. Food, vision. Reward food. This should match, right? Are you able to use something other than Python? Other libraries might require less boiler. Yes, I can use anything other than Python, but I actually think the Python has, like, the least amount of boilerplate, because otherwise you get into the stupid, like, Python C API, and then you basically you take your nice beautiful standalone C code, and then you just shit a bunch of like Python like API nonsense into it. So I'd almost, if I have to have an extra layer, I'd rather it either be in Python or in Python rather than infecting the C code. Because this is disgusting. I mean, this is just disgusting. But the thing that I really like about Python, you see these memory views? These make it really easy to deal with NumPy arrays, and like all the data structures that I use in these simulators, I allocate them from Python because they actually get allocated into shared memory. So there's actually like there's a lot of stuff going on here. Um, when you're running the full training sim, you're allocating giant blocks of shared memory and then slicing up the addresses of the different areas of those blocks, and then you're sending those blocks into the C code, which is then going to write into them. So your simulation is essentially occurring directly in shared memory, which allows you to get like tens of gigabytes of data per second onto the main process. It's pretty cool. This is all tech that is unique to Puffer as well. This is why I've been building since I graduated. It's pretty cool. Okay, so here, cannot assign. So this is where the memory views conflict. Can I just do ampersand? Does this work? Here, we'll do these for now. When did you graduate? Used another 3 years of grind. I've recently switched to machine learning. I graduated this past spring. And since then, I've been working on Puffer full time. Puffer is technically a company. We will be launching our first potentially paid, our first paid options soon. But all the code's open source and free. So mostly this is like, let's just fix the field of reinforcement learning and all the terrible things that are wrong with it. Cannot take the address of a memory view slice. All right, I give it 80% chance that this does not help, but maybe ChatGPT knows like some obscure piece of documentation. Let me know if that. Okay, let me see if I can fix this one thing, and then I'll check that south. Oh, do you just go straight to the data? That's kind of obvious, isn't it? Okay, I guess I'm just dumb. We'll fix this later. I see what I was doing wrong. Let's see this sprite sheet. Whew. Look at these. It's pretty awesome. I love just being able to like dev on stuff and have artwork, like cool artwork appear that I can use to actually make all these Sims look good. This is pretty awesome. It's kind of cool in a way too, because it's like, I know how to write my own code. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I haven't even begun to flex. Oh wait, I can't do, hold on. I have to do, whoops. The funny thing is I haven't either on the code side. I think I have to make a new. What did you do? 128, 128? Yeah. And then image and size. We do resample, nearest neighbor, hard edges, 512. Okay. That didn't work, did it? Why the heck didn't that work? That looks garbage. It didn't upscale your pixel art correctly. Size. I forget what it is. I just don't know what the setting is. I thought it was nearest neighbor hard edges, but it's not doing an exact upscale. I know how to write the code for this. I just like I have to move it over to Linux and then like write a little script and whatever. Right? Do you know how to do it? I mean, it's just like a replace like every pixel with like 4 pixels type thing, right? Yeah, because these look so much better than the. Well, this looks like it's right. But then for whatever reason, when I actually apply it, it doesn't work. Like the preview is correct, but then the actual thing is wrong. Done? What did you do? Is it a Photoshop setting? Or I guess you're an Asprite, right? So you're not gonna... Alright. Oh yeah, those are so much better. I actually, now that I can see your work full size, this is way, way nicer. Because before I could only see like the shittily upscaled versions, right? So these are not way, way nicer. Do this. We do... Where do I center these? This, maybe? Okay. Asprite is what is intended? I see. I mean, I hate all the Adobe stuff as well. It's just like, it's kind of convenient having all the stuff in one spot. Because, like, I started using, like, Premiere Pro for videos, and then there's, like, Illustrator. I got Photoshop, which I actually know how to use, sort of. I think. I honestly hate all the Adobe shit, though. But it's, like, freaking industry. Let's see, users. We're going to load this artwork in. Okay. So let's do, we have this gross UV map somewhere in here. A disgusting amount of shitty Python code here. $11, $12, $13, $14. So wait, it's 6 through 10 and 11 through 15. Here. This is what I do when I'm lazy. Because I just, like, can't be bothered remembering things. And then your artwork is... So 11 is support. Which one is supposed to be which? Godot devs are spoiled. Honestly, I'm not tempted by any, like... I'm not really tempted by any of the engines. Really like Raylib. I'm way happier just, like, building shit in C and shipping it. Or I guess most of my stuff's in Python, but same thing. Take that back. Look, it's a great tool for game devs. It's great for game devs, but, like, I don't want to write something in a script that's for that engine, right? I don't want to be writing stuff in GD script. It's only for a front end anyways, so, like, I'd have to come up with packet logic to, like, get the sim into that in the first place to be able to do the front end. I really like Raylib. With Rust bindings, I refuse to touch Rust. I do not touch Rust one bit. Color coding according to your sim. Blue is tank. Okay. So this is blue is tank. So X is 128, I believe. And then Y is bindings for many. So the thing that I'm doing is a little bit weird, though, because these aren't games that are just meant to be played by humans. Like, the sim is a standalone that needs to run in whatever language, like C, Python, and then, like, it's just the rendering and user controls that are done in the engine. So it's much more decoupled than you would typically see. I don't know, maybe it would make stuff easier, but for now it's been pretty easy just writing my own stuff in Raylib. Color-coded, blue is tank, orange is burst, so I go to here, 256, 256, and then green is support, which is up here. Three, four. Red is assassin. Oh wait, this is... Wait, red is... There's no red. I'm confused. Pink is the carry, though. Pink is 128, 384. Well, you just don't have a red one, right? Like you said, orange is burst. Oh wait, why are there only 4? Did I miss one? I think I missed one. Hold on. Yeah, I totally missed one. My bad. My bad. Let me fix that. Whoops. Working on a turn-based game right now in Godot, adding AI opponents using Python and Rust. Fairly straightforward if your code is clean. Depends what type of AI you're talking about. If you want to do reinforcement learning and you want to do it effectively, there are very specific considerations. If you just mean like classic scripts or stuff, then yeah, that's very, very easy by comparison. You can kind of do that in whatever. But yeah, it's basically the RL side is a whole different beast. Okay, we have. Now I gotta redo all these, which is a pain. Support shrimp is in green, which is 384, 256. Oh, I can't see the. Hold on. Okay, so now we're on row 3. So support shrimp is 256. Assassin is red, which is 384. 256. Burst is 128, 256, and then tank is 0, 256, and then assassin is 3, wait, 3, wait, no, this is carry, right? Yes, which is 0. Yes. And then what we do is we copy these, and then we relabel these to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you give me an art channel, you can put it in Gen. Do you want a specific? I find that the more channels you add to Discords, like the more garbage and like harder it is to track stuff. You can put stuff in Gen, and if you post like, so like if we want to do like a big art update or something on the announcements at some point, I'm more than happy to shout stuff out there. Though really the larger views are YouTube and Twitter for most of the stuff. God, really screwed up my wrist this morning. Extern C Art as you design. Dane. Okay. Fair enough. I can give you a role or whatever in the Discord if you want. I need to know if you care about that. Obviously, contributors get listed on the main page, including non-tech. Mode. Oh. Human. Holy shit. Look at this. I think that I need to... The towers are knights. Let me fix that. Let me fix the towers being knights. Okay. Here we go. This is with your art in it. This'll... Yeah, there you go, though. That's sweet. It's not going to look as good as, you know, it needs the animations, I think, more so. Because, like, the puffers, you can kind of get away with not having them animated because they're kind of just dopey. Like, they're fish. It would be better if even those swam. Moving. Oh, well, the shrimp, it has a move speed buff, right? So you can do this. And it also has, like, jump attack, so it can, like, do this. You see, like, the dash AoE. Of course, you're not very strong at the start. These fit way more than I thought that they would, though. I'll give you that. Like, these fit way more than I thought that they would. They're kind of small on the screen. I guess I'm on a 1440p monitor with no scaling up on this, but... That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Are these agents using neural net models? Yeah, of course, they all are. Hold on, let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. And we'll keep, we got another hour and a half of Dev and me, maybe? Maybe two, we'll see. Gonna need that animation player. Right now, you have an animation player that you can use yourself for dev, right? I just need to tell you that the timings. So let me give you this at the time being. So right now, um, the way that I have stuff right now, the one issue is that like the frame intervals are a little bit weird because technically the way I'm doing it right now, the animations are a maximum of 0.2 seconds, which is like way too fast. Um I'm going to be able to fix that, but I'm going to have to think about the animation system a little bit. And the reason for that is that the game ticks themselves are zero point 0.2 seconds. So they're 12 frames in between each game tick. So like technically, yeah, you can just slot the 12 animation like the animations in. They're just going to be really fast until I figure out how to slow stuff down, right, and spread the animations out. And I'll make some cool animation system. Oh, cool, we've integrated these. These are awesome. Cool. There you go. Your stuff is now added to the MOBA officially. Once we actually like put the anims in properly and do some stuff, you can feel free to DM me however you would like to be listed on the contributors page. Though I do those in batches, because it's a little bit annoying to rebuild the website. I should fix that so it's just like read from a TXT or something. We'll go back to the C code maybe for a little bit, unless you have other things to do with the art immediately. How's the stream doing? Very good. Creditism, the job is done. Fair enough. We're gonna make some real cool stuff. Here, I'm gonna leave your artwork up on... We'll leave your artwork up here for a bit on the stream. Whoops. How do I... Let's make this nicer. Let's just do this. Let's do this. This. Click, click. There we go. It's cool. I actually like the... It's so hard to tell initially that it's got like the pufferfish head, but once you see it, it's like, it's so funny. It's so funny once you see it. That's awesome. Spikes are tough. Yeah. You can use Godot as Rendering engine, just a Godot fanboy. Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, but like, I've been using Raylib, and it's just, whoops. I've been using Raylib, and it's just so nice. Like, everything is simple. There's bindings for every language. It's not a framework. It's really lightweight. Like, you don't have to spend time learning it. You just learn it instantly. It's so easy to, like, onboard people to the project with it. It's just, I love this library so much. So, I mean, this is the alternative, right, is using this. Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably be doing it in an engine, and it would probably be Godot. That's fair. Raylib is pretty good for going fast. Not only does it run pretty fast, but you also can code really fast in it. Like, yeah, you don't have as many features out of the box, but it stays out of your way. Ever tried RL with transformer models? No, and there's a good reason for that. So one, there's an annoying infrastructure limitation that makes them pretty clunky to work with. But the much bigger issue is just that they're slow, and it's very, very seldom justified to put a model that slow into RL when you could just be consuming way more data with a smaller model. Like, Dota didn't need a transformer. Dota was solved with an LSTM. Now, arguably, maybe you could have done better with a transformer, but who knows when you weigh like the cost of the network being heavier versus having more samples. What were the other status effects? Oh yeah, you can totally go replace these. These do not match the style whatsoever at all. Um, it's we have stun, slow, and speed at the moment. We just have stun, slow, and speed. And you can change how we display these. You can do whatever you want with them. The idea is just, yeah, like there's some icon or some indicator whatsoever of these. It can technically be an animation that I'll have to figure out how to slot in. Yeah, but if you just even in just like a single frame for now, I can design these. Currently, I'm putting it like above and to the left of their... I'm putting it like to the left of their health bar and stuff. We can really do whatever with it. Awesome. Is there a preview available? See, I've learned something? No worries. And hey, if you find any of my stuff useful, all the stuff I'm deving, like all this sim stuff with RL, everything is free. It's right here. And if you want to help me out for free, start the repo. Really all I ask. We've had amazing growth on this project. This is when I started working on it full time. It's already done better than all my PhD stuff combined. And the type of growth really helps us out. Because there are going to be product offerings soon. Though they're going to be in a way that I think nobody will be mad about. We're just doing basically extended support and stuff for... extended support for companies that want to get more out of Puffer. Where in Discord? Did you put it in Gen or something? I don't see it in Discord. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I thought that... Okay, I see. Cool. The reason I didn't realize what this was is I thought that this was like an animation particle effect for the towers. Right? I thought it was like you were doing mini stars to circle the tower stars. And I am cooked. I am actually freaking cooked with all the stuff I do. Man, I don't know if it was last night or I think it was 2 nights ago where I was like, I could have gotten more work done today. I don't think I got, a productive enough day and I should be, pushing for longer hours and stuff. And I had like eggs for dinner and I looked down and I'd picked up a pair of chopsticks to eat dinner with. uh, oops. Only taking a couple RL electives. Repo seems fairly beginner friendly. Yeah, it should be. And the cool thing about Puffer is it's not just for beginners. Like this exact same stuff will go from cart pole to literally the most complex stuff out there with the same code. There's also like there's not a whole bunch of hidden stuff either. You can literally just read the full repo if you wanted to, or like the main code path of it at least in an hour and at least get an understanding of like the entire RL stack. It's also higher perf than almost everything out there. At the very least, there's nothing that's remotely as simple as Puffer that's this fast. That's definitely true. Cannot convert Python object to sea snake star. Uh-oh. Storing unsafe C derivative. So I think you have to do like... I think I have to put all these grid things back here. And then I have to do char star. At risk of starting the holy war, do you put your pointers with the type or with the variable name? I'm undecided so far. I haven't written low-level code in so long that, like, I don't know what I even used to do. Type. That is what I was doing. And I think I might like it on the type more. Apparently that's the C++ style, which automatically makes me not like it, even though I think I would like it normally. Pointer's a type modifier? Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it this way, like... But the thing is, like... Yeah, I guess it's... I like it this way, but the thing is, it's weird in C. Apparently. But then again, the C-style guides are really freaking weird, so who knows? Cannot convert Python object. Why not? Assign type char star to float. Wait, cannot assign type. Is it all char star? I think you have to do int star like this. These typecasts are obnoxious. Wait, observations. Why is the autocomplete suddenly so bad? There. Reasoning hasn't been thought out. If you want to see reasoning that has not been thought out, I present to you the entire C++ programming language. Snake view. The angle bracket is a Python thing, I think. Worse than Rust, but not as bad as C. I'll give you that it's probably... I'll give you that idiomatic C++ is worse than Rust. I take C over either of them. I take C over either. Granted, there are a couple C things I still need to figure out how to do. When you write C++, sure, but when you write C, you should spend 0 time thinking about that. Int star snake. So this is an int. Rust will just straight up tell you. Yeah, but Rust enforces this, like, weird frickin' borrow check mechanic that nobody asked for. And will just get in the way of you writing code. What happened here? .env. Cannot convert Python object to csnake. Cannot convert Python object. Really? Char star grid. What'd I mess up here? Does this need a cast on it? Like, just do this. Cannot convert Python object to CSnake pointer. Struct CSnake. Man, all the problems are always in between the, just between language boundaries. I don't know, freaking, let's see if ChatGPT knows. I freaking hate having to use stupid language models because half the time they get garbage and you just fight them for an hour. What's going on here? Hold on. Oh. Yeah, this is a Python difference. Okay. This is just a wait, does it return you? It's malloc, right? So it can return you just the thing. Skillish. I need the compiler. I do get the compiler to yell at me though. So, okay, I will give you one thing. If you're just if you're just compiling with GCC, like just standard, yeah, it's terrible. If you're compiling with Clang and you have if you have the address sanitizer on, then it's very easy. You absolutely need the address sanitizer though. Because otherwise, if you didn't have those tools, then yeah, I'd get why, like, oh yeah, memory management, that's like an issue that needs to be solved at the language level. But actually, it's just solved at the compiler level. And in fact, you'll even get runtime checks for out of bounds and stuff, so that's not a problem either. Variable type CSnake is incomplete. I guess you can't have... This has to just be like this. Ampersand. Address and... Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a game changer. Yeah. No, it's a huge... Yes. If you've... I hated C in undergrad. I hated it. It was the worst shit imaginable because they didn't tell us that existed. Yeah, like writing code with absolutely no ability to check array bounds and like address like memory for you is god awful. But the thing is, you can solve it. I like that you can solve it at compile time and even runtime. You can just compile with extra flags rather than having to like clunkify your programming language, right? Add a whole bunch of jank to the programming language to do it. Type Python object, really? Init csnake. Okay, these do return pointers. Time to switch to Zig. I looked at it. Thus far, I haven't seen a need for it. Thus far, I have not seen a need for Zig, and it seems to make C heavier, which is like, I don't want heavy C. Like, the number of features I want on top of C are very small. Basically, you see this feature right here? This feature right here where you can have easier ways to manage like multi-dimensional arrays. This is all I want. Give me this, I'm happy. All I want. In fact, if anybody knows a good way of dealing with this type of data in C, let me know, because this is the one thing that's currently driving me crazy that I can do in Python but not in C. Like when I do this in C, I have to manually compute the indices for like the flat arrays, and it drives me nuts. It's the only complaint I have. Cannot select attribute of incomplete type sea snake. You have to do like arrow. I don't know because it's, yeah, no, you can't do this in Python. Comp time, cross compile. Yeah, well, that's true for C. Wait, if that's true, Bet, you can literally use the Zig build tool on C code. So, honestly, the Rust community is just like the Arch community. It's a bunch of technical people who like really care about their tools. It's just like, is this really the thing that you picked? Like, was memory safety the hill you wanted to die on, right? Like for Arch, it's like, was rolling releases the hill you wanted to die on? Really? Of all the problems you could solve? I don't know about that. Do you have to do a 0? Cannot. Incomplete type. Sea snake is so weird. One language to rule them all? I don't know. C and Python stack is very nice. Python is really good. If I could just compile Python to WebAssembly, like, I'd probably be set. But, JavaScript? Ugh, please no. Please not JavaScript. You see that I'm writing C so it can be on web? This is because I prefer to write C to JavaScript. I would literally rather write C than JavaScript. What do you use to compile to WebAssembly? Mscripten. Apparently there's now, there might be native support now. Wasm? No. Mscripten. I'm also sick of the Python build times. This is the other motive for this C. Probably I could figure out a way to speed them up. Yeah, they're a bit slow because you have to transpile. Like, it makes a 30,000 line C file and then compiles that, which is really obnoxious. I'm just going to paste errors into this because this is literally just me not knowing docs. Oops. Oh, I'm just dumb. This is like Python rot brain. There we go. Maybe not. Wait, Raylib. Oh, it needs the .h file. It needs the .h file. Does it not have the .h file? Just doesn't have the .h. This is the one other obnoxious thing with the path. You have to export. What's this stupid? I'm still not used to end variables. Give me export command for me. If this thing decides not to respond, I deserve it for, because I should really just do this. This is where it is, right? Raylib.h. Yeah, I see it. Did I do that wrong? Really? I'll fix that in a second. I'll be right back. Restroom real quick. See. All right. Hello, folks. So what we're doing briefly is we have a Python version of a snake environment, originally written in Python, and then I also had ported it to C. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if I can get an easy way to make bindings for this environment to Python, not just for the snake environment. The point here is currently that there's a bunch of jank that occurs for API compatibility, for integration between Python and lower level stuff, and I'm using this snakeenv as an opportunity to see if I can make stuff simpler and easier to work with. And if I can, that's going to enable us to do some lower level stuff with the MOBA, lower level stuff with other M's, and to not have such a bad time of all of it. So that's what we're looking at the moment. And yeah, let's keep figuring this out. Of course, this does involve a number of just silly errors, like me not being able to compile stuff. What OS is this? This is technically Windows, but not really, because this is all running in WSL, which is Ubuntu, but it's inside of a Docker container, which is also Ubuntu. The Docker container is puffertank, and you can kind of just put that on whatever machine and always have this exact same dev environment. And that's what this is. So technically, this is puffertank. Raylib.h. Why is this not... Am I including this from the wrong spot? Oh, yeah, I am including it from the wrong spot, lol. Still no? Okay, now I'm confused. The path right? Environments, Ocean, Snake, Raylib, Linux, AMD 64. Is there just more stuff that I have to pass that I'm not realizing? Probably, right? I could... Thing is, if I compile it as a standalone, it gets annoying. It gets really annoying if I try to compile it as a standalone. Because then I can't trigger rebuild. Oh, did I mess up my library path? I think I just messed up the library path. Let me just open a new terminal. So there, you asked about what I'm using. There you go. So from WSL starts the tank, and then I have my nice container with all my stuff in it. Okay. Okay, there we go. How does it work? Ah. That is different. It appears to work. Did the snake environment compile? Incompatible pointer type. Well, we'll see what's whether this messes up or not. Undefined symbol end drawing. Undefined symbol end drawing. This is just like the last one in the file, right? Jeez. How many friggin' Twitch bots are there? That's ridiculous. It's like 2 a day. Linker couldn't find. Oh, okay. So you can do. Maybe this? Maybe I have to modify the setup. Do extension. Sources equal. Get include. Raylib 5 point. Okay. I like how it thinks it's C++ for some dumb reason. Wait, setup tools. Okay. So does this do it? There is nice size snake. Environments. Ocean snake. I don't know why I did it with dots. That's bizarre. Okay. And then we run the demo. Still undefined symbol. But hold on, we're probably doing something screwy from here, right? From size snake, import snake. And then undefined symbol, end drawing. Why? Let's recompile. Let me make sure it's actually compiling. Appears to be. Do we get compile error somewhere? Struct. Assignment to CSnake from incompatible pointers type CSnake star. NumPy. If a struct is not type deft, that was type deft. It is type deft. Let me see. Struct CSnake. Struct renderer. Is it like C-struct or something weird? Ah. But if they were not correctly linked, reset takes CSnake star. This is exactly what it was before. No discernible differences. Incompatible pointer type. So this is like not getting defined correctly somehow. Well, wait, this is like, is there supposed to be a valid error message here? Because it's like, the arrow is not lining up. Invalid. Assignment from incompatible pointer type. Why is this caret right here? Is it supposed to be? Oh, geez. I can't tell where this is supposed to be. Stupid. But one of these params looks wrong. About a line and a bit in. So probably like here-ish. Width, height, max snake length. Something like that. Say width, height, max snake length. Let me make sure that this is the right. Int width, int height. Int max snake length. Unsigned int star. Rewards view is a float star. Then do I call all these with the right views? Yes, I do. Man, this is so weird. I can't... Assignment to type struct. Wait. This is totally the type def thing, isn't it? Is this valid? Is this like valid? Can you do this? Okay, well apparently... Let me take this one out for now. I think that this will be good, but not yet. Okay. So this was the one that was buggy. And now type def struct. Syntax error. Do I need to do like... Okay, hold on. We're gonna find this. Assignment 2. It was right up here somewhere. Assignment to struct C snake star from incompatible pointer C snake star. Okay. So this thinks that this is a struct instead of a type date struct. Is it like a C struct or something? Is this actually freaking it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Does this now work? That's so fucking obnoxious. Apparently there is a keyword which is C type def that you need if you're gonna bind to a type def struct instead of a normal struct, I guess. Gar. Okay, so we still have this undefined symbol, but this now compiles. This now compiles cleanly, at least. Isn't learning fun? Yeah, I'm having so much fun. Stupid. Undefined symbol end drawing. Okay, so this is like a link bullshit thing. Right? So this is why I was trying to define the extension. Is it like dash L raylib? Do I need to pass this? Um, do I need to pass all the raylib flags? There are a lot of them, right? What about this? Do I see... I don't see the flags being added here. I don't see the flags. I don't see lraylib. I don't see any of the flags I just specified. So I'm guessing this is not going to work because the flags weren't used. Yeah. Why don't these get used? I guess this is where I start trying to build this extension so I can explicitly link all the stuff that I need for this. Dash dash. Oh, hold on. It's weird to have these two syntax mixed. This. Oh, there's the El Raylib. It got added now. Still no? Look right here, we got all of our flags. Building size snake extension. Remove this. Okay, so now it can set it up again. Copying. Right there. I think this is the one it wants. Let me try something. Ah, this one works. This one I believe works. So it's just compiling to the wrong spot. Let me look that up. But we figured it out. And actually, if I can do this, then this will be really nice to have. $7:13. I gotta hurry this up though because I'm getting hungry. It's obnoxious. Okay. Now we can open sea snake pie, and we can see what's wrong with this. So this is what we're calling it with. This is what we're calling it with, and then this is the signature. It's expecting grid snakes, observation lengths, pointers, lifetimes, colors, actions, rewards, food, vision, snake length, corpse, food, corpse, death. That is weird because this looks correct to me. Let's see why. Snake init takes from 1 to 13 positional arguments. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. No, it definitely takes 17. Definitely takes 17. And wait, snake in a reset, yeah. This is definitely correct, and then it comes from size snake here. Oh, maybe I might have gotten something wrong here. Let's try build. Building the extension. And where did it build to? Not there. Does it show me? These are copies. This one built. Size snake dot O. Oh wait, build temp. Wait. Build lib. Okay, so it's just not respecting the output directory, right? So that time it flashed the renderer up on the screen like a blank canvas. Something's very weird with these extensions. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. It's not respecting the... Oh. It just... I don't know what it did with my... Wait, runtime library DIRs? It's just not a... It's... This arg is not good, I guess. It's not doing anything with this. This build file is so shit. This is the right way, isn't it? Yeah, this is the right way. But wait, if I do it this way... Hmm. Oh, that's stupid. I'll try specifying the package location. But I don't understand this thing. I don't understand why the hell it's like this. It should find the package here. Why is it like this? Like, seriously, why does Scythenize behave differently when you specify it one way versus the other? And let me comment this as well. Hey, man, like, why is it like this? I'm getting really hungry. I'm gonna order food. I'm gonna keep working on this, though, until food gets here. I really hate packaging. Okay. It's there. Let me figure this out. Me too. Christmas is the worst. um, I'm just the thing. Like, I'm not sure is having to compile this through Python in the through pip in the first place is dumb. Um, we should just be able to build this and friggin' import it. No, not this. You must declare them yourself. Isn't that just stupid? Like, why do you need to redefine something that already has a static definition? I mean, regardless, though. Do I need to link? Is this what I need to do? Do I need to compile it separately? Then I'm still going to have the problem with this stupid extension thing. I hate this, like, setup tools extension because it screws up where it puts the build files. Hey, JBL, I'm trying to figure out how to, I'm trying to fix us up some infra so that we can have, like, nice ways of dealing with all these different environments. And I'm even trying to increase interoperability with C, but I'm just getting stuck on, like, compiling stuff correctly here, and it's such a pain in the ass. I'm also starving, so food should be here soon, but... like, what the heck? Maybe I can do this as the C extension. And then... I'm just so confused as to how this is supposed to work. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, this is all Python just being a pain in the ass. The C is easy. Isn't that shit? That, like, the Python build system for this is the thing that's the problem. The C build is trivial. Just watched your dissertation and intro to Pufferlib. Really cool stuff. Thank you. Occasionally, we end up just fighting low-level shenanigans here. But this is what's required to get this stuff to work. So what I'm trying to figure out how to do now is I'm trying to make a nice way to have like really complex and interesting M's that can be written in C or Python or whatever and have them play nice with Pufferlib really, really fast. We have all this working at the moment in Python. We have it separately working in C, but there's just a lot of overhead and jank. And I want this to be a really easy way for people to do lots of RLMs. High-level approach to trying to find the simplest system to create interesting behavior really reminds us of Steve Game's Creatures. Funny enough, he's trying low-level now. Yeah, you know, like all the stuff from Neural MMO was fine and correct. It's just like it needed to be implemented faster is all it is. Python is just too slow for something like that. That was the main issue. There were a few other design things with Neural MMO that really held the project back that I had no way of knowing. I don't think anybody knew back then. There's more stuff for Neural MMO that will be coming as well. And more generally, like lots of stuff for complex sims. We're already like 100 to 1,000 times faster than any of the stuff I did in my thesis, and just 3 months later. So things are moving way, way, way faster now. I'm out of academia. Oh, I think I see. Maybe. This is still going to put the damn code in the wrong directory, though. We have lots more stuff coming as well with simulators. In fact, we've gotten to the point where it's easy enough that many viewers are starting to look at like building M's and stuff for Puffer, and it's relatively straightforward to do, and it's only getting easier. So like right now, things like arcade game level are pretty easy to build. Um, I'm building stuff like the MOBA. I'm building all sorts of other sims, but soon it's going to be easier for people to do that type of stuff as well. And so to get a few of the issues out of here. Oh, this is Snake Game. Shouldn't this be Snake.0? Starting to look more into PPO. Past month focused on PINNS. Physics informed neural networks. Is this what I have not actually seen these. Interesting. That looks cool though. Is it .o? You can actually encode symmetries and matter conservation. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Material science looking to simplify complex models with ML. Rarely does ML simplify things, but sometimes. Those look interesting. I don't know, I haven't seen those. Okay, what? Should be libsnake.a. Looks like JBL's seen him. ARRCS? What? -O. Oh, you have to do... That's weird. Snake.so. Do you have to re-include everything like that? ARRCS. I mean, this isn't going to work for me either. I need a local build. Hmm. Oh, you can do it in one step? You can apparently do it in one step with Clang. Very nice. What? Um, does this need to have something else? Fucking command flags. Okay. There's libsnake.so. There's libsnake.so. So, where's food? Hold on. Food is here in roughly 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna see if I can make any progress on this, but likely we'll have to pick this up next week, and I'm gonna be grinding on the video as much as I can over the weekend, see if I can get close to finishing that. That's really got to be done soon. Main thing. You link against the .so. lib snake here. This just has to be library snake. Right? Does this actually work here? If this works, this would be amazing. I don't think it will. Because I hate this extension thing here. It's just really obnoxious. It, like, doesn't work. Ever. Then we just take this extension here. Put this up here just in case we need it. We uncomment the size snake. So unknown option extra compile args. Building size snake. Do we have L snake in here? Size snake.o. Anyone here have experience with NCA? Make reduce models in certain applications. There's some A-Life people I know that do. This is a really cool project. Kevin Prans. This is a really cool project. Runs really fast. He really undersold it here. This is not an order of magnitude faster. It's like a ton of orders of magnitude faster. Is that a falling sand sim? Yeah, kind of. I'm not seeing the linked library here. So I think it's not linking my library correctly. Yeah, it's a fair bit more. So interestingly, we still get the undefined symbol issue. This seg faults. Well, you can't do that with a shared library, right? I'm gonna have to like take some time to really understand the build system here, both the C build system and how it interacts with Python, unfortunately. I guess in the meantime, we can take a quick look at our train runs, which we'll pick back up next week. So we have this one and we have this one, right? So for Space Invaders, oh, it's starting to take off a little bit. You can see. I think we'll get some better runs than this. We still have another 200 experiments to go. The slope is not the best here. You'd think it would find some better stuff, but you never know. And then here we are at 2168 ELO. So it looks like it found a slightly better one than before. This is a nicer shape to it. Looks like we will have some nice bots for the MOBA at least. So that is good to know. But yeah, I'm going to be... Man, as soon as I finish this video, the dev speed is going to pick back up a ton because I'm losing so many hours a week to having to do this stuff. And I really want to I need more time in the week because I usually have like an off stream day a week where I'll just like try to figure out some like kind of this type of stuff, which is really boring to watch. And I haven't been able to do that, so I've had to do a little of it on stream, but it's really not great. So yeah, I'm hoping that soon I'll just finish this video and we'll be set there. But anyways, if you haven't seen this demo, this is what's on the table. It's being able to run whatever types of M's we want in the browser with the agents just running live like this. This will run anywhere. You can run it locally. You can run it on the web. You can do whatever you want with it. You can interact with the agents. It's really nice. It's really fast. Imagine having the MOBA work like this, right? And this and everything else in my work is all open source. It's right here. It's on the Puffer GitHub. I will link this. If you want to help me out for free, give the repo a star. Helps me a ton. Other than that, we have a Discord, discord.gg/puffer. We have all sorts of people making cool environments and simulators and things around Puffer. So if you'd like to do that and potentially get some assistance on that as well, really great way to learn ultra high perf dev. Really, you just need to have some sort of decent software engineering background and, a little bit of spare time. Let me know on that. And otherwise, I will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.